Good morning, this is the Paradise Unicorn Priestess bringing you day 124 of A Course in Miracles, the Yin translation, where we use female words. This would be May 4th if you are starting at the new year. The end of doubt. The atonement is in time, but not for time. Being in you, it is eternal. What holds remembrance of God cannot be bound by time. No more are you. For unless God is bound, you cannot be. An instant offered to the Holy Spirit is offered to God on your behalf, and in that instant you will awaken gently in her. In the blessed instant you will let go all your past learning, and the Holy Spirit will quickly offer you the whole lesson of peace. What can take time when all the obstacles to learning it have been removed? Truth is so far beyond time that all of it happens at once, for as it was created one, so its oneness depends not on time at all. Do not be concerned with time, and fear not the instant of holiness that will remove all fear, for the instant of peace is eternal because it is without fear. It will come, being the lesson God gives you, through the teacher she has appointed to translate time into eternity. Blessed is God's teacher, whose joy it is to teach God's holy child her holiness. Her joy is not contained in time. Her teaching is for you because her joy is yours. Through her you stand before God's altar, where she gently translates hell into heaven, for it is only in heaven that God would have you be. How long can it take to be where God would have you? For you are where you have forever been and will forever be. All that you have forever. The blessed instant reaches out to encompass time as God extends herself to encompass you. You who have spent days, hours, and even years in chaining your sisters to your ego in an attempt to support it and uphold its weakness, do not perceive the source of strength. In this holy instant, you will unchain all your sisters and refuse to support either their weakness or your own. You do not realize how much you have misused your sisters by seeing them as sources of ego support. As a result, they witness to the ego in your perception and seem to provide reasons for not letting it go. Yet they are far stronger and much more compelling witnesses for the Holy Spirit, and they support her strength. It is therefore your choice whether they support the ego or the Holy Spirit in you, and you will recognize which you have chosen by their reactions. A child of God who has been released through the Holy Spirit in a sister is always recognized. She cannot be denied. If you remain uncertain, it is only because you have not given complete release. And because of this, you have not given a single instant completely to the Holy Spirit. For when you have, you will be sure you have. You will be sure, because the witness to her will speak so clearly of her that you will hear and understand. You will doubt until you hear one witness, whom you have wholly released through the Holy Spirit. Then you will doubt no more. The holy instant has not yet happened to you. Yet it will, and you will recognize it with perfect certainty. No gift of God is recognized in any other way. You can practice the mechanics of the holy instant, and will learn much from doing so. Yet its shining and glittering brilliance, which will literally blind you to this world by its own vision, you cannot supply. And here it is, all in this instant, complete, accomplished, and given wholly. Start now to practice your little part in separating out the holy instant. You will receive very specific instructions as you go along to learn to separate out this single second, and to experience it as timeless is to begin to experience yourself as not separate. Fear not that you will not be given help in this. God's teacher and her lesson will support your strength. It is only your weakness that will depart from you in this practice, for it is the practice of the power of God in you. Use it but for one instant, and you will never deny it again. Who can deny the presence of what the universe bows to in appreciation and gladness? Before the recognition of the universe that witnesses to it, your doubts must disappear. This seems to suggest that when we interact with our sisters, They are actively mirroring to us what we are radiating, and that can be a marker of where we're at and what we yet need to let go of. We have to keep reminding ourselves what we think of as reality is just a dream, and those who are adept at dream interpretation teach that when you're dreaming at night, all of the characters in your dream are also you, just different parts of you. And that's generally, at least from what I've seen in my limited experience, that's how dreams are interpreted. And so why would it not be so in this other level? I'm thinking of the movie Inception, where it has different levels of dreaming. This is just another level of dreaming. All right, lesson 124. Let me remember I am one with God. Today we will again give thanks for our identity in God. Our home is safe. Protection guaranteed in all we do. Power and strength available to us in all our undertakings. We can fail in nothing. Everything we touch takes on a shining light that blesses and that heals. At one with God and with the universe, we go our way rejoicing with the thought that God herself goes everywhere with us. How holy are our minds, and everything we see reflects the holiness within the mind at one with God and with itself. How easily do errors disappear and death give place to everlasting life. Our shining footprints point the way to truth, for God is our companion as we walk the world a little while, and those who come to follow us will recognize the way because the light we carry stays behind, yet still remains with us as we walk on. What we receive is our eternal gift to those who follow after, and to those who went before or stayed with us a while, and God, who loves us with the equal love in which we were created, smiles on us and offers us the happiness we gave. Today we will not doubt her love for us, nor question her protection and her care. No meaningless anxieties can come between our faith and our awareness of her presence. We are one with her today in recognition and remembrance. We feel her in our hearts. Our minds contain her thoughts. Our eyes behold her loveliness in all we look upon. Today we see only the loving and the lovable. We see it in appearances of pain, and pain gives way to peace. We see it in the frantic, in the sad and the distressed, the lonely and afraid, who are restored to the tranquility and peace of mind in which they were created. And we see it in the dying and the dead as well, restoring them to life. All this we see because we saw it first within ourselves. No miracle can ever be denied to those who know that they are one with God. No thought of theirs but has the power to heal all forms of suffering in anyone, in times gone by and times as yet to come, as easily as in the ones who walk beside them now. Their thoughts are timeless and apart from distance as apart from time. We join in this awareness as we say that we are one with God, for in these words we say as well that we are saved and healed, that we can save and heal accordingly. We have accepted and we now would give, for we would keep the gifts our mother gave. Today we would experience ourselves at one with her, so that the world may share our recognition of reality. In our experience, the world is freed. As we deny our separation from our mother, it is healed along with us. Peace be to you today. Secure your peace by practicing awareness. You are one with your Creator as she is with you. Sometime today, whenever it seems best, devote a half an hour to the thought that you are one with God. This is our first attempt at an extended period for which we give no rules nor special words to guide your meditation. We will trust God's voice to speak as she sees fit today, certain she will not fail. Abide with her this half an hour. She will do the rest. Your benefit will not be less if you believe that nothing happens. You may not be ready to accept the gain today, yet sometime, somewhere, it will come to you, nor will you fail to recognize it when it dawns with certainty upon your mind. This half an hour will be framed in gold, with every minute like a diamond set around the mirror that this exercise will offer you, and you will see Christ's face upon it in reflection of your own. Perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, you will see your own transfiguration in the glass this holy half an hour will hold out to you, to look upon yourself. When you are ready, you will find it there, within your mind and waiting to be found. You will remember then the thought to which you gave this half an hour, thankfully aware no time was ever better spent. Perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, you will look into this glass and understand the sinless light you see belongs to you. The loveliness you look on is your own. Count this half hour as your gift to God, in certainty that her return will be a sense of love you cannot understand, a joy too deep for you to comprehend, a sight too holy for the body's eyes to see, and yet you can be sure some day, perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, you will understand and comprehend and see. Add further jewels to the golden frame that holds the mirror offered you today, by hourly repeating to yourself, "Let me remember I am one with God, at one with all my sisters and myself, in everlasting holiness and peace." As I read this lesson today, I am further convinced that Jesus did not suffer on the cross. The narrator of A Course in Miracles says that the last lesson Jesus learned in that incarnation was to listen to the voice of God and no other. And this lesson gives us a taste of what that is like, where it doesn't matter what is going on in the outside projection. Within, we are held safe, in perfect safety. Within, we are in heaven, and the outside falls away. It may be that the onlookers saw what they saw because that was their dream. I believe that within the dream that Jesus was experiencing, it was heaven, because that was the only voice Jesus was listening to at that point. I believe that the suffering described in the Garden of Gethsemane was made out of anxiety and depression, fear of what was to come, the pre-experiencing that is so human that we do when we make ourselves miserable. And then we get to the moment itself and find out it's not so bad. In fact, sometimes it's wonderful. The New Testament says that an angel came and gave strength to Jesus. And I believe from that moment forth, Jesus walked in heaven, and all that came to pass did no harm, no pain was experienced, no matter how it looked from the outside. And I find that comforting, because to believe that Jesus suffered is to believe that the road to God gets more and more thorny, more and more painful, and that we have to suffer something terrible before we are released into heaven. That, my dear sister, is the plan of the ego. That is not the pathway to God. The pathway to God is a gentle one. So be of good cheer. That is what Jesus meant when he said, "Be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world." And we can too. The path home is gentle, not thorny. So, dear listener, happy practicing.